Welcome to the Rainmaker Podcast, where we help business-minded real estate agents stop chasing leads and help them start attracting business. We don't claim to make winners here. We do claim that we help winners win bigger and faster. Building your business is building your database, one that works harder for you than you do for it. So if you want to get off the transaction treadmill, keep on listening. If you want the shortcut to dominating your market, then go to www.marketmakersystems.com/demo.
What's up, everybody? Mike Otto here. Hey, today I want to talk about what kind of car you should drive, in the real estate business. A lot of new agents ask this question. If you got a team, you probably got agents on your team that have asked this question. I wanted to talk about my experience and, everything from, Chevy Blazer to a Cadillac Escalade to a Bentley, right? Like all of those different cars I've used, except for the Bentley. That was one of the guys in my office. I've driven Porsches to listings, right? Like, what's the best car? And the answer is it really depends on your area and the market you want to serve, right? And so to begin, whatever car you're driving is probably just fine. Just keep the thing clean, right? You got to take care of your stuff. But if you are asking this question, or if you have someone ask you this question, here's my thoughts on the matter. You can overdress for any situation. And it's probably better to be overdressed than it is to be underdressed, especially when you're a professional in a position of serving. So I feel the same way about having a vehicle, right? The vehicle that you drive should be able to pull up to a average price home or a multi-million-dollar home, right? Should be able to dance in both rooms, and you don't want to go overboard, right? Like, so the Bentley story, right? One of the guys in my organization drove a Bentley. Right, Bentley Continental GT Mulliner package, ruby red, sticking out like a sore thumb in front of the office. Most people thought it was mine, and I got pushback from it because they thought it was mine. Right? They thought it was my Bentley. You don't want to appear, essentially too rich in a way that is off-putting. However, there is a balance there because people also don't want to give money to people who need it. They only like to give money to people who already have it. I want to say that again because it's a crazy thing, but it's just 100% true, and I'll give you some examples. People don't want to give money to people who don't have it. They only want to give it to the people who already have it. An example of that would be if you need a loan from the bank, right? If you want to get a loan from the bank and you already got money, they're happy to give you that loan. If you need a loan from the bank and you don't have any money, they're probably not going to give you that loan. In the investment side of the business, we call that refi or die. You do it way in advance of when you need the money, right? Because you don't want to get in a position where you need the money because if the bank smells that blood in the water, guess what? They're going to say, yeah, we can't make this loan. That sucks. It's the same mentality with human beings, right? Think about when you walk past the bum on the street. How many times do you not give that person money? They really need the money. You got the money. Doesn't mean that you're callous, right? In some areas, it's like, man, you can't feed the bears because they just provide more of them, right? But still, it's just the human nature of the situation. So as it pertains to your real estate business, you want to make sure that you don't look like you're in a position of lack or a position of need as far as your ride is concerned. Think about that for a second, right? But at the same time, you don't want to go overboard crazy and drive a Bentley, unless maybe you're in Beverly Hills or something, right? Like possibly in that scenario, it would be acceptable. So I think a high-end SUV or a high-end sedan, you know what I mean, is the way to go, essentially. And it doesn't have to be super high-end, right? So instead of going with the Nissan, maybe go with the Infiniti. Instead of going with the Toyota, maybe go with the Lexus, right? Instead of going with the GM, maybe go with the Cadillac or at least the GMC. And again, whatever car you're driving right now is fine. Like, this shouldn't cause you stress or make you think that that's a reason why you're not successful. You want to just be able to grow into these things as you proceed and as you continue to enterprise and as you continue to grow your business and yourself as an agent in the field. And in the meantime, like I said, whatever you're driving, make sure you keep it clean. Make sure you have pride. Make sure you're taking care of it because that goes a long way. I'll never forget the Chevy Blazer that I drove when I first started selling real estate. Granted, I didn't have kids or a family back then, but every Sunday I would make sure to clean that car out and detail it so that Monday when I went to hit the ground running, for real estate and work, like my car was clean. You know what I mean? If somebody got in it, it looked clean. It smelled fresh. They could tell that I took care of it. And the cool thing is, they generally try to take care of it too. They kind of kick off their feet before they got in, right? But it has an impression that it makes on you and on your customers. So, make sure that you're putting your best foot forward. You're putting yourself in a position where you can dance in all rooms, so to speak, as far as the vehicle is concerned, and make sure that you're getting the best vehicle that you can. Because if you were a framer, right? This is what I always say. I would have the best hammer. You know what I mean? It's a tool of the trade. And so remember that it's not your ego. It's not something that, you're doing necessarily for you. It's a part of your business. Should be writing it off as well. And it's a tool of the trade. So you want to have the best tools, so that you can do the best job. So that's what I got for you today. Hopefully that added some value to your day. Hopefully that answers a question for you or for your team members or for your future team members. When people inevitably ask you, what's the best car to drive for real estate? Oh, side note, I personally prefer an SUV. Highly recommend an SUV. Anyways, thanks so much. Make it a great day.
If you want us to generate, nurture, and deliver appointments directly to your calendar, I want you to go to marketmakercall.com right now and check if your area is available.